It's Week 7 of the National Football League, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Texans and the Packers. Next on Madden NFL 25.
We're at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Packer team as we enter play here. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Texans, we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie, one of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And he goes out right around the 39. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Young. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. A first carry from a collegiate star here in Wisconsin. It's Jonathan Taylor. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Young. Looking for Kelce there, but it's intercepted. Kyler Gordon picks it off, and he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
So here are the Packers now with great starting field position. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
I still remember back in 2013 when he was drafted out of West Virginia. He was coming off of back-to-back 4,000-yard seasons for the Mountaineers. Hadn't seen as much game time in recent years, but at one point, a capable starter in the NFL.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The rushing numbers for Fournette from last week, 19 carries, 66 yards.
He comes into this one ranked 9th in the NFL in rushing. I think that every member of that offense knows exactly where he sits. You can see it from every one of them out there.
They're all fully committed to making this a game where it really breaks free and climbs a couple of spots. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty. Smith now to throw. He's got Slayton on the slant. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. The Packers at 500, 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Throwing now is Geno. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Now Smith. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Schultz. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. 2nd and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
Butker's kick here is good, and the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Texans offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. And he's run the ball well to this point in the season, right there in the mix for NFL leaders in rushing. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their second drive here of the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Looking to throw, Young. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Young to throw it. Now we're behind his man, incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Automatic first down.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They'll fake it. Now Smith. They'll swing this out to Fournette. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 36-yard line.
Geno now to throw. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. You look at the defense for these Texans. They're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 28.
What they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against some people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league, so there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass? Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They run once more with Taylor. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
Three 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll try the left side with Taylor. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 71 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this 1st half. So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 22-yard line. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. 2nd and 6. Off the option, here's Taylor. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. On play action, Young. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 33-yard line.
In motion, Slayton. Fournette running out of the gun. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense and running back Jonathan Taylor heading back onto the field. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And it's knocked away and incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Packers ready to take over offensively. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. But good hands there defensively. It's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Fournette running wide side. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 13 yards, 1st down, Packers. Successful toss play to the right there. It's interesting. Teams seem to run the toss a lot more to the right than to the left.
It's usually a little more natural. Right-handed quarterback, typically your power side running the ball is to the right side with your guard and your tackle. In college football, they used to call student body right because you had everyone on that side, including a fullback leading. In the pros, they don't call it that, but it's still the same result.
Inside handoff now to Fournette. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Smith. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 43. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
Once again, he finds Slayton. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And he'll be brought down right on the 50, a gain of 3.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. They'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll go with a big bank Fournette, and he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. Leonard Fournette stops short of the marker on 4th down, and this Texans defense stands tall. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
And they'll accept that penalty.
Automatic first down.
Here's a 1st and 10 now after they successfully drew him off sides. Now Young. Another catch for Valdez-Scantling. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Young. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt a kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. The play fake. Now Young. knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
They'll run for it. It's Taylor. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
Here's Smith. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. This time they stay on the ground. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Final play of the half. Young. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And he's got it inside the 10. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll get started over at the Superdome in New Orleans. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Nico Collins, over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch as well. Next, we'll stay in the NFC South. We head to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Seattle Seahawks. Joe Mixon, over 100 yards in the victory with 2 touchdown runs as well. Not too much to show you scoring-wise in that first half. Just a couple of field goals make up all the scoring. But I wouldn't be surprised if we're close to a breakthrough, and things should open up as we move along.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Smith. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. running right. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. Dancing away at the 35. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. From the 34-yard line, here's second down and 1. Play action. It's Smith. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Throwing is Smith. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now Geno. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. I think a lot of time when we see a sack, you say, well, you blame it on the offensive line, the quarterback. But here, maybe you just tip your hat to the defender. What a play.
Yeah, and I think sometimes they just get a sense of the play before the ball's even snapped. Kind of like a sprinter anticipating the gun in a race. They're off, and guess what? The quarterback's down.
40 yards rushing for him now to this point. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Off of play action. Here's Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Butker's kick here is good, and they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. They don't get a touchdown here in the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
A good pickup there, a 22.
And it's pretty evident that this passing game has been frustrated so far. They haven't really moved the ball the way we might have expected, but this is a good pickup here for the first down.
Throwing, Young. That'll be caught by Cup. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's second down. Up the middle, here's Taylor. Stays on his feet. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
That'll be caught. It's Cup. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. It's a gain of 34.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's first and goal. Taylor is into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Hard to argue with that being their best drive of the game so far as they use the running game to get them into the end zone.
Couldn't agree more, partner. Prior to that drive, they sputtered a little bit, but it looks like they found the formula. I would expect them to go back to that more and more as this game develops.
Now Cade York for the extra point. And he's got it as the lead is now 10-6. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now it's Smith. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. Only able to gain a couple there. And now it's 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Smith. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And that flag accepted.
Still first down.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. From the 50, it's Smith. He's across midfield and finally marked down at the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Throwing now is Geno. Catch made by Slayton. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 26. In motion, Slayton. Now Gordon on first down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Packers who have the football but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. On 3rd down, Fournette. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 54 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. Those are the types of runs they told us they want to see more of. Look, they'd love the 60 to 70-yard runs, but those 10 to 20-yarders, they can help you win a ball game.
And that means everyone's invested because you know the big guys up front, that's what they do. They try and move people. But when you get your perimeter guys involved downfield, that means that they care about the running game and they know it helps their team.
Fournette, a first down carry. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They'll try the air now with Smith. Throw over the middle, secured by Gordon. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. So 2 of 2 on third down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. Now Smith. And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They snap it to Smith. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Geno Smith, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Packers answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead.
That's a really good decision right there outside of the pocket. You've got to know the right time to shift from passer to runner. He was looking and looking, nothing there. You can almost feel the brainwaves firing as he calculates, I think I can win a race to the pylon. And he turns out to be right. Touchdown.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that gives him a 3-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And as we take a look at some of the highlights, we see just how impactful he's been. He and his quarterback have such a great chemistry together, and it's been on full display throughout the contest. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Andrew Booth making the tackle. 2nd and 10. Now Young. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
It's a gain of 6. And the Texans first down.
Off the play fake, Young. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Now a give to Taylor. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
The big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, They have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
They will look for some important yardage on third down. From here, it would be a 60-yard boot. Looking to throw, Young. Past the 20. Now a stoppage, and we've got Chubb shaken up on the play. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Young. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And the Texans are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. On play action, Young. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
Young going to give it up on the touch pass. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. To the air once more, Young. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. York able to send this one through. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call there, opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 67 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now a 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Geno now to throw. Sets up the screen to Gordon. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he's been the focal point of this offense. And when you get a performance like this, you can almost invariably add that the offensive line play has also been stellar. And that's definitely been the case here. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. Now he's able to break to 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. Another try, 2nd and 10 now. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. And we've got an injured player, and that's Travis Kelce. who appears to be in a bit of discomfort. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Now Young. That's caught by Pitts.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Here's second down. Young to throw. He has Mayer complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. 2nd and 6 coming up. Young. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. This offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here first down. Well, the entire game coming down to this kick from Cade York. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. A lot of pressure here for Cade York. This to almost certainly win the football game. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So they tried to ice him there, but it's fair to say it did not have the intended effect.
And I've known kickers that take it as an affront. And there he says, you think you're going to rattle me? Think again.
This is 1st and 10.
At their own 30-yard line.
Smith's going to throw it. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Here comes 2nd down. One last throw here for Smith. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for Houston, it may not be too late to salvage their season as the win moves them to 2-5 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.